So today we're doing a special edition of Hoodie Time because it is story time. Yay, with Bandit the purring cat. Sorry, Bandit. I don't know where Dusty is, so we can't have both, and they won't sit in my lap at the same time, so boo. Oh, there's Dusty. Hey, Dusty, come here. Dusty, come here. People want to see you too. No, come here. No, almost. Come here. And Dusty and Bandit just ran out of my lap, and now I'm catless. Well, this is a horrible start to a vlog, but it is a bit of story time. I got a story to tell you, and to do so, we got the last of my Mountain Dew. I'm going to share with you guys. Not really, theoretically share because it's mine. Back off. So, I don't remember if it wasn't the last vlog, but a few vlogs ago, I mentioned there was things I want to say, and lately I've been feeling like I was censored. I said that really weird. Scissored. But, and I didn't really explain that, and I didn't like the feeling of being censored. I'm like, I couldn't, why do I keep saying censored? It's censored. And I felt like I couldn't tell you guys things, and I didn't really elaborate why. And I know a few people in the comments questioned that. Basically, the reason why I felt like I had to censor myself is because I didn't either want to talk about issues with Bree, or I didn't want to say things I didn't want Bree to know how I was thinking. But I've been giving permission from her to just talk about anything I want. So I thought I would now tell you guys the entire story and the aftermath and the final decision, I guess, on the future of me and Bree. So this might run a little long. I have no idea how long it'll take me to say this. It might be a long story, might be short. Nobody knows. But we got Mountain Dew, so it's all okay. That is totally not product placement. They aren't paying me to drink it. I literally live off of Mountain Dew. I just had to throw out 30 Mountain Dew cans because tomorrow's trash day. Made me extremely sad. But story time. Okay, so you guys know a lot of the stuff up until we went and met in the middle of January. So after that, the night we ended up meeting, the night after we ended up meeting, we were talking, and basically her dad was never going to approve of our relationship because we're 2 years apart. And he didn't think that was okay for some reason. When she first told him that I was coming to come meet her, he was convinced that I was just some old predator, like all parents think. And I guess when I first pulled up in my car, I looked a lot older because, admittedly, I probably don't look 19. And I'd never been more nervous in my life when I went to go up to meet him because he just looked at me and he's like, "So 19, huh?" And all I could think is, he's gonna shoot me, isn't he? But I guess he had told Bree he would never approve if there was a relationship between us, and as far as I know, he never knew there was anything between us. I know the day I was coming there, he ended up forcing her to let him read her text messages. But as far as I know, he never knew anything, although I assumed he assumed there was. But basically, that was the main reason at first why we decided to wait, was because it would just be too much stress with her dad basically never allowing it. So we thought, well, we'll just wait till she's 18, and then, there's nothing he could do about it. So that was the original reason. And looking back, I'm not really sure what exactly the whole truth is, because I've just heard so many different stories from her that I'm just trying to puzzle them all together and exactly figure it out. So I kind of accepted that, her dad wouldn't approve. Neither of us wanted a stressful relationship or a hidden relationship like that, so it would be better to just wait. And then things started to get a little more complicated, it seemed. I found out that apparently another main reason for all of this happening was that before we ended up meeting, I guess middle of last year, she ended up realizing that she had feelings for another one of her friends, and she ended up confessing this to her and was rejected. And I guess despite the fact she was rejected, she never really got over it and was still in love with her best friend. So when I came along, she said, okay, it's time to get over her friend and, move on to something else. And once she started getting in a relationship with me, she realized she wasn't over her friend. So now she was kind of in a love triangle, I guess. I don't know. I never asked. I felt it wasn't my place to ask how her friend felt about all this. Like, if she had any feelings towards Bree. Like, if Bree ended up deciding, okay, I want to be with this friend, was there any chance that she was actually going to like her back? I never asked. But, so she was basically caught in a love triangle and had to... And plus, she's at the time where she just kind of wanted to take time for herself and just learn more about her and her sexuality. Because right now she's bi. Who knows what she'll be like 2 years from now? I guess that's part of the whole like discovering her sexuality thing. And at that part, I understood. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I wasn't super excited about her just like wanting to go out and experiment with things because I'm like, yay, gonna go kiss people. Woohoo! I wasn't reacting that way, but I accepted it because I knew there was nothing I could do to stop her. I couldn't say, no, don't go learn more about yourself, be with me, because that's a selfish, horrible thing to say. But I thought, okay, just wait. Eventually, if it's meant to work out, it would work out. And about a week ago today, I think it was last Monday, she ended up messaging me saying, okay, I'm getting out of this triangle. I assume that meant she made up her mind. And that I tried to like convince myself like, okay, she chose Angelina. I lost out. But inside I'm like, oh, she's going to say she chose me. This is so exciting. And I got myself so hyped, even though I shouldn't have. Yeah, plot twist. Turns out now there's another person. Another one of her friends now has messaged her saying that she likes Bree. And I'm just like, how in the world did I get now I'm saying this out loud. It's like, how in the world did I get myself into this situation? And Bree thought it was best to just get out of the triangle and move on to something new where there would be a lot less stress. So I don't know what the situation is now, but I know Bree wants to just see where things go with the now fourth party in this mess thing, this now love square. So that really sucked, but it got more confusing for me a few nights ago, because despite all that, when she said she wanted to get out of triangle, she was never very clear on whether or not like any chances in the future were over. That's like one of the problems with this entire situation, is that she always seemed to like dodge questions or just give like very unclear answers, and I like, okay, I need to know. So I went and told her, like, is there a chance in the future, or should I just give up and move on? And she admitted that when we met in person, she just didn't feel a romantic connection towards me, and just felt like a friendly connection with me. And that was just, that's part when I accepted, like, okay, it's over. But it also made it that much more confusing, because for like the past month and a half, she's let me believe that we still had a chance. She's said that I wasn't friend zoned, and when I mentioned that part, she's like, well, she said she doesn't like to use that term. But it's like, when you tell someone you're not in a friend zone, that's like saying, yeah, dude, we totally have a chance to like bang someday. So for like the past month and a half, I've been very misled with that kind of stuff, which is extremely frustrating to think. But at least it's all over now, But I'm really kind of frustrated myself with all of this, because I just remember doing the vlog in the beginning of January, telling you guys about Bree and saying, she promised me that this is going to be different than all my past relationships, and I had promised you guys it was going to be different. And in some ways it has been different, because we only technically dated for like 20 hours, but at the same time, it feels the same in a lot of ways, because I feel bad for feeling this way, but I still kind of feel lied to and like betrayed, because she had said a lot of things like before we ended up meeting and all this started, she had said a lot of things and promised a lot of things that turned out not to be true. My computer screen just shut off, and I didn't want to risk the recording stopping. So, but it became more of like, well, why would you say those things if there was any doubt that it may be untrue? And immediately, I'm sure she believed that stuff when she said it. But in the end, it still makes me wonder, like, who exactly can I trust? Because I trust everybody. I'm really weird like that. Like, if you tell me something, I'll trust you, but I don't believe anybody, if that makes sense. I always have doubts when somebody tells me something, because my parents both of them are pathological liars, and they've lied my whole life to me and to other people, and, I've seen them lie constantly, and, after 17 years, I just kind of have this natural paranoia of questioning everything, which I know I shouldn't do, because a lot of people should be trusted, but, it's just, after all this time, it's hard to just fully believe people, and that was one of the few times when I fully believed her and like trusted what she said, and it turned out not to be true, which really sucks. But I'm not mad at her in any way. I have no hard feelings, because it's not like she did any of this on purpose, and I'm doing my best to not let this like affect our friendship, because she's still one of my best friends. But it's got me a lot more scared about like relationships, like becoming friends with someone and then forming a relationship, because this kind of shows that it could potentially ruin your relationship or your friendship, because I still had a very strong feeling towards her, and it turns out she just like it seemed to really quickly get over me, and that really sucks. It kind of makes, once again, I feel bad for saying it, but it makes me like kind of not completely trust her because of things in the past, but I'm trying to get over that part. But I feel really weird when I say this, but technically, if you like take out the 20-hour relationship with Bree, which I don't know if it really counts or not, but I am over 2 months single now, and I feel really horrible when I say that, because I feel like an addict who's like, I'm 2 months clean. I'm like, I'm 2 months without a girlfriend, so yeah. And hopefully it's many more to come, because I told myself, like, if it didn't work out with Bree, it's time to just take a break from this shit and enjoy myself. And I've been plenty happy without a relationship. I have YouTube. Who needs girls? And boobs. And hugs. And cuddles. Nobody needs that shit. I got Mountain Dew. Leave me alone. But, yeah, that's the whole story about what happened. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, and I will promise to never censor myself with you guys again, because the whole point of this vlog is it to be like a diary of sorts and live my life with you guys, and I shouldn't let anybody affect that. So I'm sorry if I'm keeping things from you guys. I was more of like trying to respect Bree's like wishes and privacy, and also protect her feelings, I guess. So won't happen again. Screw other people. All that matters is Team Caterpie. Here. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, hopefully we'll have a happier vlog. That's what really sucks, is when there's like nothing dramatic going on in my life, I feel like nothing else is exciting to talk about, or nobody cares about anything else. So tomorrow's Dusty Bandit are fighting, and I'm going to throw Mountain Dew at you guys. That's going to be our next vlog. Cat fights starring Mountain Dew. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time. Bye.